Good morning, baby.
Good morning.
So, this morning we wanted to share with you our take on something that was very significant in our relationship and our lives, and something that we both came to an understanding on individually and have worked to develop even more in depth in our communion, in our relationship together, and has helped us in a big way. I remember early on in my relation with Annalie here, her saying to me, my words matter. And I had never heard anyone use that expression before. And it took a while for it to really sink in with me what that meant to her and why it was so important. And it's funny because we've had the discussion that I'm more of a spirit of the law type of thinker when it comes to analyzing and just processing information, and she's more of like a letter of the law type of person. So there's many times when we would communicate, and she would share something, and I would interpret, and I would put my spin on it. And oftentimes, when that happened, I'd go back to her and ask her about something, and she'd say, "Well, I told you exactly what I meant, right?"
My words, my words.
And I'd look at her dumbfounded. Yeah, like, you did tell me, and you said this, right? And she'd say, look at me a little puzzled and wonder what was going on. So, and this is something that's a fundamental part of what she does with others and how she works with couples, and has helped us as well. So, Analia, can you tell us a little bit about my words matter?
The power of words. We interpret based on our own biases, our own perceptions of things, and when we can fully hear someone, we could fully see them. Stephen also often talks about seen, held, heard, and understood, and words can give you that pretty simply by just hearing and hearing fully.
So when I would come to you and in frustration or in seeking some understanding or trying to express myself after you communicated something, how does that feel, or what goes through your mind when that started to happen with us, or when you hear it with others? And
A lot of it is about having empathy for their inability to hear in the moment and having patience to say it again without any cycle or projection or fear or judgment, holding space and having love and saying it again so that they can hear you.
yeah, I remember coming to the awareness with you too that I often held the belief that people communicated from a place of not being aware of what's going on with them, and was even trained to some extent in the work that we do to listen for what's underneath the words, what's not being said. That kind of tutelage, I guess, or just work from people saying, yeah, that's what we need to do. And your expression with my words matter seemed a little different from that, and it took a shift for me to think, and I guess also trust in your words. Like, really trust in your words, and that you knew what you were meaning too, and that is true, because I felt so many others it was not that case. That and this, I'm not saying just women, but for me it felt like they would say one thing and mean something else, or want something else, or need something else. and that's part of where that was for me.
Yeah, so on that note, sure, out of frustrations, out of fear, we often do say things we don't exactly mean for this moment, but we're projecting things that we need to still have spoken out and to be worked through. And so if our partner cannot take those words as personal to them, but take it as still truth of what needs to be said and what needs to be heard and what needs to be held and what needs to be understood, then we can reverse the cycle of a relationship together by still fully hearing what was said. Maybe the words weren't meant for you. Maybe your words weren't meant for me, but they were still meant to be heard by us and to be dealt with for us.
Yeah. I did realize early on that when I was able to reflect back your words and exact that there was a shift in the communication, and it became easier because I think it just hit a different chord with you, and I started doing that with others and saw the same result. So I think that core principle is very important for people to realize that our words do matter, and that exact words, phrases. I remember in sales they taught us a lot of that, in a modeling type of thing, like using the other person's words would help them build rapport, that kind of thing. We would use that a lot, but I think from me, when I listen to you now more intently on the exact words, it's. Do you feel? Because I feel like for you, it's possible that it's you feel like I understand you, and I understand and I hear you more deeply. Is that?
Yes, absolutely. And I like the technique that we're using. I will say, "What did you hear me say?" So that's coming. So it helps you to be able to be more intently attuned to what I'm saying. And you do a great job about giving back what I actually say. And it definitely makes me feel all of those things: seen, held, heard, and understood. It's very powerful to build a connection and to build that safety that we're looking for in our relationship. When I feel that way.
Yeah, I definitely feels like it reinforces the feeling of safety in a relationship. I think one of the other things that hit home for me was realizing that we all have one of those that we're looking for the most when we talk about wanting to be seen, heard, held, and understood, and realizing that there's a primary one that we seek more often than the others, even though we want all of them. And for you, it was the realization for me that it was to be heard.
Yeah.
That you and parts of you from whatever wanted to be heard consistently, and wanted to be heard by me more than anybody else. And for me to give that to you and slow down my mind and whatever's going on outside of me, and hold your words and cherish them, meant a lot to you. And slow down, and even for me to exercise that presence with you, and being able to give those back to you.
We've talked about that a little bit, and I thought that I would have said before yours was to be held, but I actually think that yours was to be seen so beautifully and perfectly made. And whatever it is that we're talking about or going through, I think you just wanted me to see you for you. What do you think? Do you think it was seen?
I don't know. I really ended the sensory of touch too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's definitely one of them. I don't think I'd be doing YouTube videos if I didn't want to be seen, I guess.
Touche.
So I guess there's definitely a component of that. So this is our first video together, our first share with everyone together. I had mentioned core belief therapy earlier on, and how we were working on that, and you were training me on your modality and philosophy when it comes to helping others overcome their past and whatever they're dealing with. And I was hoping maybe you'd give a quick little introduction into what that's all about for those out there who are listening.
Sure. Core belief therapy. So if you Google or AI the concept of core beliefs, it's out there. It's not something I invented. I just invented a therapy around it. Core beliefs are the things that you think about yourself, what you think about others, and things that you think about the world at large. And they always come back to your sense of feeling safe or not, insecure or not, loved and belonging. So anytime that we are triggered by something, we often will go back to what we should do or think or feel or say differently. Core belief therapy addresses the root of the cause on what it is that you believe that is creating those thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and bodily sensations. Really being aware of what's going on in your body so that it can bring hopefully an earlier awareness without having to deal with thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. So it's kind of in a nutshell, it's to get to your belief systems so that you can start cycling in your world in healthier ways.
It's good stuff. I felt like I had devoted a lot of time and a lot of intention to working through my past, and I've shared it a lot here on YouTube. But when I met Analia and we started to dive into the stuff through her methods and her way of looking at things, it really took it to another level for me. It really helped me to resolve some deeper issues or dissolve some deeper stuff, and it was so impactful for me, and it's progressed in such a beautiful way between the two of us that I felt like I wanted to share it with everyone else, of course, because you and I are crusaders. Right?
Get it out there to the world, baby.
We're sages trying to share, and healers trying to help heal others as well on our path forward. So it's been beautiful to be able to learn it from you, and to look up to you and admire you. All of that you bring to the table with that stuff is so beautiful. So this week has been a special week as well, because this week I asked her to become my wife. And she's smiling, so she agreed. So she agreed.
I said, of course.
She agreed. So we'll be doing more videos and sharing more information on core belief therapy and how our life goes and where we go together. So what a huge transformation I believe people can witness in myself over the last 2 years. And if you watch my story and you see my videos and some of the other content I've posted, and how you can come to a place of peace, right? What's your favorite line?
The peace that passes all understanding.
Yes. That's a great place to be. And I really feel like we're there. And I feel like we can be there all the time. And I think it really comes with what you speak to and what you help others to achieve. And that is a level of safety level of security, a feeling of belonging and love that that reminds you of how you felt in the beginning, before everything shifted that for you for some reason, or us for some reason, and then come back to the realization, the radical realization that we're so much more. We're so much. There's already a piece that's present in us, and it's about finding that again, and connecting with that again on a daily basis. So, all right. You want to say anything to wrap it up? It's like, as you know, I'll talk all day.
The peace that passes all understanding isn't absence of triggers and tests. It's how to be able to find the peace in the midst of that. It's how to be able to dance in the rain when it's storming. It's how to be able to see with unconditional love, acceptance, and regard for yourself and for others.
It's beautiful. So with that, maybe we'll say peace out.
Peace out. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Talk to you soon.